the dire consequences of soft on crime and defund the police movements.
America's surge in violent crime and President Biden under pressure to do more to stop it.
Liberal politicians don't care. They just don't care. That's the bottom line.
To some of the coverage of the frightening rise in crime in America, Republicans blame Democrats in big cities implement defunding the police policies. But now the self-described center-left policy group called Third Way says the media narrative is all wrong. They claim to have the data to support that. The red state murder rate, they write, the red state murder problem. The rate of murders in the U.S. has gone up at an alarming rate. But despite a media narrative to the contrary, this is a problem that afflicts Republican-run cities and states as much or more than Democratic bastions. They point to data showing 8 of the 10 states with the highest murder rates in 2020 voted for Trump, with states like Mississippi, Louisiana, Kentucky topping the list. And that murder rates in 2020, in their estimation and calculation, were 40% higher in Trump voting states compared to Biden voting states. We bring in Jim Kessler, Executive VP for Policy for Third Way, the group that is behind the report. Good to see you. Appreciate it. I know you work for Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer as well. What is the significance of murder rate by state?
Well, there's a media narrative out there that, clearly murders have gone up in America. That's something we should all be concerned about. But there's a media narrative that this is really a Democratic problem and it's a blue state problem. And I just wanted to put that to the test, because I've been seeing this over and over and over again. So I said, well, there's data on murders in each state. Let's take a look at it. Let's see how they voted. Let's see where the problem is. And as it turns out, red states, the 25 states that voted for Donald Trump, had murder rates that were 40% higher than the states that voted for Joe Biden.
I'm interested because you said data, because we wanted to take a look at some of this. And you note in your report that the calculations are based on publicly available state crime reports and local news sources, not on FBI data. So as we look at, you put up a chart of what you calculated the murder rate in various red states and blue states, 25 of each. Interestingly enough, there's 25 of each. Okay, so Mississippi murder rate per 100,000 residents, Third Way data, for example, 20.5, the FBI data, 10.6. The difference is 9.7. So then we looked at every state. You all cumulatively, the murder rate that you all stated in red states was 27.36% higher for red states than for blue states at 2.72%. On average, red states a higher 1.24% than the FBI data. Blue states, you think the murder rate is lower than what the FBI says by an average of 0.69%. Are we to believe that this is a coincidence?
So the uniform crime data, which is very good, normally, but it lags. So especially in a lot of states. So what they do is they get reporting from counties. And if you look at the uniform crime statistics in a whole bunch of states, they are blank in lots of counties, and particularly counties in the South. So that data just comes in a year or 2 years too late. So if you were going back to say,
so we're to believe that
that data would be accurate. But in 2020, you've just got all sorts of blank areas. So we looked at the State Department of Justice's, because that's where you're going to get the first.
I'm just trying to get over this. So you're basically saying that red states can't figure out how to report crime data, blue states can. So we should trust your guys' calculations over the FBI's.
Well, if you look at the data from the FBI Uniform Crime Report, and just to be fair, if your researchers were going to do this, they should have looked at a deeper level than what you're providing right now.
I'm just looking at what was. No, hold on, Jim.
Let me finish.
Let me finish. I'm looking at the data you guys put out.
The
data. We have the data.
This was a sandbag, so I want to
be able
to finish my point.
You guys asked.
If you look at certain counties in a lot of states, and look, it just happens to be a lot of times in some of the southern states, there are entire counties where the number is just blank. They haven't filled in those numbers yet, but those numbers are in the state data reports.
Come on, you have to agree that the fact that it's a cumulative 27% higher in red states and 2% in blue states, and I'd love to know how in some blue states you guys got a lower murder rate than the FBI had. Come on.
Well, we look at, so when you look at the state, we wanted to do the data that would be the same as best as possible for every state, realizing that there's tons of missing data. So we wanted to do it the fairest way, which was the State Department of Justice reports. If those reports weren't done, and we looked at the uniform FBI reports, and they had missing data, then we went to the media narratives. So for example, a state, let's just say Florida, for example, the state keeps track of the number of murders it has, and at the end of the year, it says this is the number of murders. Sometimes there's slight differences from year to year in the uniform crime data compared to what would appear in the state newspaper, because a murder might have committed.
I've made my point about. Hold on. I made my point.
I get it. January 4th.
I've made.
You get de minimis differences.
Well, 10 points is not de minimis, but either way, you made your point about the data. You made your point.
Now wait a second.
Hold on. You've made your point. I've made my point. Let me just ask a different question. Jim, let me ask a different question. You have your point about the data. I have my point.
No. Hold on. This is a fair recital of the data.
Okay, Jim.
And
let me just
researchers.
Okay, let me just ask. Okay, let me just ask a simple question. You point out murder rate in South Dakota is 5.53. That's one of the points that you make. Compare that to, say, New York. I'm taking your guys' data, 4.11. Are we to take from that I'm safer from murder in Harlem or in the Bronx than I would be anywhere in South Dakota?
No, you shouldn't take it from that.
So then why is state data relevant?
Well, let me give you some examples from cities. New York City has a lower murder rate than the entire state of Mississippi. New York City has a murder rate that is 1/4 the murder rate of Jacksonville, Florida. New York City.
I still can't figure out why statewide data is important for. I'm from Missouri, very high murder rate. Most, if not all, most of those murders all occur in a Democrat-run city.
Well, let's just take California, for example, okay? The murder capital of California is Bakersfield, okay? It's Bakersfield, California. That county has been the murder capital of California every year since 2016. Right. That has a Republican leadership at the county level. It has a Republican mayor. It has a Republican congressman. It overwhelmingly voted for Trump. I'm not saying the reason why they have a high murder rate is because they have Republicans there.
You're just saying the murder rate is high in other places because of Democrats.
About Bakersfield, but the murder rate in Bakersfield is much higher than the murder rate in San Francisco or Los Angeles.
Got it.
And that's just a fact.
All right. I appreciate it. Good to see you. Thank you. Thanks for watching. Click the red subscribe button below so you can get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.